Well, greetings of peace, people. Welcome to episode 26 of my gameplay commentary of Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. This is yours truly by Yoni and Francis Coleman. Now, I'm surprised that I was able to, return to the traders. I was not even
Some willing
consciously,
survive to see another day.
getting their,
I could take Red Maw. It's just an old
you
friend. I'm
know,
sure he knows.
Hunters,
the
scroungers,
items.
bring us your metal.
Scroungers? What kind of...
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay. The Snapmaw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss, charcoal burner. You'd pay handsomely for a long-leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle that piece of junk around, I think of your skull.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you...
Well, again, I'm surprised that, oh.
A true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
As you wipe machine oil on my silk.
Oserame.
Bad enough we have Asaram everywhere, but Nora, it's just too much.
That's a lot of racism. Which again, that's why this is one of the best games ever, folks. It is not what you call this, a woke. It's not a woke game. It is not the main focal point of the story. But it's just one of the integral aspects.
Arrested 2 for disorderly conduct last night. You don't want to know what they were doing.
It's always the ones you least expect that got in trouble.
Aaron's waiting at the Sun Palace. Maybe I should check on him.
Life in the claim was never easy.
Found any Banuk relics in the wilds, Outlander?
Too crowded these days. Though who can blame anyone for wanting to live here?
You defeated a stalker alone? Not many can claim that prize.
What exactly is Red Maw?
The meanest of all Thunderjaws. Some say the first. One swipe of its tail and 5 hunters go down. Its stomps can send boulders tumbling before it. More than a few have been crushed under their weight. And thus, many have died trying to defeat it.
If Red Maw is so deadly, why do hunters keep going after it?
Anyone who defeats this beast will surely be considered a champion. If that hunter is a hawk, he will become the Sun Hawk. I watched Tarkus try his luck. He jumped over each tail swipe, dodged every charge, evaded every shot from its gun. Stumbling under its feet, he ran out to fire at range, but it unleashed disc launchers. The first missed him, but not the second.
Who was Tarkus?
Tarkus, son light his passing, was a hawk, a respected hunter. He sponsored Talana many years ago.
If Talana was his thrush, why did he fight Red Maw without her?
I went to watch the battle. She should have received word he'd picked up its trail. Someone at the lodge failed to pass it on.
Someone. Like Assis. What are all the ranks of the lodge?
First, a fledgling is a fledgling. They're not ranked, nor are they members. Membership itself has 2 ranks, hawk or thrush. Thrushes are members sponsored by a hawk. They can't become a hawk until their sponsor leaves or passes away. Last, the hawk who brings in the trophy from the fiercest machine is the Sun Hawk. He serves as ceremonial leader of the lodge.
So now that Talana is a hawk, she could become Sunhawk.
Yes, if she defeats Red Maw before Assis can, then she will take his place.
I should head back out on the trail.
To the hunt.
Talana, always a pleasure. I see you've brought your pet.
Greetings, Sunhawk. I hereby sponsor Aloy of the Nora for membership in the Hunter's Lodge.
No. Look at her. She's lowborn, a savage. This is beneath even you, Talana.
She has fulfilled the requirements. And Sun King Avad decreed the Lodge should be open to all. Would you like to take it up with him?
The word of the Sun King is indeed law. Even though it will bring ruin to the Lodge, so be it. Do you, Aloy of the Nora, pledge to act rightly and nobly when in service to the Lodge all the days to follow?
I do.
Members of the Lodge, even though Tarkus is barely cold, I present to you Aloy of the Nora. Member and Thrush, what say you all?
To the hunt!
Sponsoring an outlander. While you make meaningless gestures, I'll be finding Red Maw.
If she gets back soon, leave those things for the
Oh, Tear Blaster, huh? What's a Tear Blaster? Ah. Hmm. I don't remember having that kind of Okay, there's nothing to modify in that. Thunderjaw and Stormbird trophies. No problem.
This... this is a good day.
What's Redmaw?
Few have seen it. A Thunderjaw marked by years of battle. Some say it still bears the marks of over a dozen hunters on its flank. How many it has trampled along the way, we may never know. When members go hunting and never return, we often blame Redmaw. But to me, it's more than legend. It's the only machine that will unseat Assis. My sponsor nearly had it, but he didn't make it.
I'm sorry.
Tarkus sponsored me out of loyalty to my family. He was my last link to them, besides the lodge itself. I have to unseat Assis.
I know why I hate Assis. Why do you?
My family has always boasted members in the lodge. My father and brother were both hawks. Assis let their sacrifice be forgotten.
What sacrifice?
They died in a massacre. They should be honored as hawks. Instead, Assis will not let anyone mention it.
How did your family come to be members of the lodge?
Karja noble houses have sent sons to the lodge for generations. Because they needed another place to lord over the commoners. I want to change that. The idea that someone is worthy or not by virtue of birth alone. Everyone thinks they have me pegged as soon as they hear Talana Khan Padish. I hate that.
I understand. My whole life I lived as an outcast from the Nora. They would have been the first to say I wasn't one of them. Yet as soon as I leave the sacred lands, everyone calls me Aloy of the Nora. It should be Aloy despite the Nora.
I didn't know. I'll remember that.
What happened in the massacre?
King Jiran's paranoia knew no bounds. He sent thousands of innocents to die in the Sun Ring. When the Hawks of the Lodge called for him to stop the slaughter, he threw them in the ring too. Yet when the machines attacked the condemned, more Hawks leapt into the ring to defend them. And my father and brother were among them.
I'm so sorry. What happened to the men in the Sun Ring?
They died fighting. If you wish to hear the story, Legan can tell it better. He saw it with his own eyes. I did not. The morning of the massacre, my father told me to meet him outside the city. He told me they were planning an escape. I waited for hours, until a message came from my father. I had to leave the city. So I fled when I should have fought by his side.
He didn't want you to die with them.
Nor would he want their names forgotten. Especially by the man who benefited most from their deaths, Assis. Now that you're a Thrush, you should improve your reputation. Why don't you hunt down a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird?
You want me to go trophy hunting?
You're not just any Thrush. You're mine. And you better make me look good.
But what about Redmaw?
I will find him. And when I do, I expect you to be there.
As it is to admit, we need to decide which we like better. Complaining about the contract.
Boss said he lost another caravan.
All right, so I have to look here. Stormbird, huh? Alright, so collateral Collins. Alright, so yeah, Aloy's gonna
Machines last week.
do
Done
this
well.
first.
Two new thrushes in one day. Makes a hawk proud.
Who else just became a thrush?
Arctic. I see him rising to the top very quickly. He reminds me of myself at his age.
What will you say when I bring in a Thunderjaw trophy?
That's a wonderful goal. Perhaps you can have Arctic give you some tips.
Can you tell me what happened during the massacre?
Terrible time. King Jiran purged loyal subjects and traitors alike throughout the Sunland. He even called out members of our lodge.
Why?
Some spoke out against the killing. And when the soldiers came for them, we all objected. And for that crime, those who were not arrested were forced to watch our comrades murdered in the Sun Ring. I shouldn't say more.
Please, tell me what happened that day in the Sun Ring.
Normally, victims of the Sun Ring fell within minutes as the crowd cheered their deaths. But not with our hawks. They stood alone against wave after wave of machines. Hours passed, the men taking turns fighting as the others rested. The crowd's mood turned, rallying around our men. Some of them left, their bloodlust unsated. We members stayed and watched till nightfall.
What happened in the Sun Ring at nightfall?
The sun had set, and only firelight and the glow from the machines lit the ring. It was then the court released a behemoth. Several hawks at once jumped into the ring to fight alongside the condemned. They had snuck in their weapons. I wish I had as well. The machine didn't discriminate. It crashed into the stand, devastating spectator and fighter alike. It was a slaughter.
And how did the battle in the Sun Ring come to an end?
Talana's father climbed atop a behemoth.
Damn,
And one
what a
well-placed
badass.
spear destroyed it, just as a second knocked him to his death. Her brother and the others fought this second behemoth, falling one by one as they put themselves between the beast and the stands. And so we and the spectators were saved. Those who had once cheered for their deaths thanked the dying men for their very lives.
What a brave end. And how terrible that no one speaks of it. Do you know where Red Maw is?
I do not. Rumor of it spreads quickly within the lodge. As soon as it is spotted, it disappears again. I must say I'm surprised by your achievements. Bringing in a stalker already.
Save your surprise. I'm just getting started.
The machines here in Zero Dawn looks like a babe. Look like, you know, babies when it compares to the freak machines of the the Forbidden West. And that's no exaggeration, folks. Stormbirds may pose some, what you call this, difficulty from time to time, but
Hope you're well.
I am not really
A
what
moment
you
of your
call
time, Outlander?
For the Oseram merchants. We'll assume
I
Chi-Chi
am not
will
concerned about the Thunderjaw.
still got a bow.
Every other town or village pales in comparison to Meridian.
Don't let your guard down.
Tide is true.
Alright, so what I'm gonna try to do right now is to take a break from the happenings in the region and try to go and look for a cauldron for episodes 26 to 27, folks.
Lisa, words to live by.
Again, this is the reason why I truly believe that Meridian can go toe to toe with whatever the design in the village or cities or the major city settlements in the Forbidden West. And I think part of this is really within the game, within the aspects of the game. The Oseram have helped the Karja to design this place. So the Karja Meridian has the luxury of having the expertise of the Ozeran in building. On the other hand,
Arrested two for disorderly conduct last night.
settlements in the Forbidden West,
Alright, a new plan.
I am not comfortable with this. Excuse me, folks. Don't even think about it.
Calm, calm. Rain. Ah well, I'm mostly waterproof. something. I'm not here. They're leaving. That signal will bring in reinforcements if they set it off.
Get her!
Still sniffing around.
Look at that climber go.
There. Keep this quiet.
Nice dumpling.
It's a damn route!
It's all about the timing.
can't spare the weight.
I have nothing for you, I'm afraid.
Yes, you're very friendly.
Huh.
Went to the market, slipped on some fruit, and children laughed at me. Can't wait to go home and go to bed. After a meal like that. Ooh, that is. You've lifted a weight off our shoulders. Thank you.
Well, at least someone was appreciative.
A spring in your step today.
Alright, so
Blood and sacrifice brought about this twilight. Our Sun King must cleanse his father's sins.
I'll find a use for you.
Alright, folks, so we continue episode 26. As I've said, I'm just gonna try to take a break from all the what's happening in the region and just try to get some cauldron.
Rode right into that. Hot. Everything's sweating.
Oh, sorry about that.
Got too much already.
Well, you're not gonna scare Aloy by that. It's for the cause.
Some kind of liquid flowing through that pipe.
So this is an entrance for Cauldron Row.
Looks like I'm not the first to look for a way in. What a waste.
Oh.
They were curious too. But I'm better prepared. I hope it's enough. rushing sound again. Need to find a way through that shell.
It's okay. Next time.
All right, that should get me through. No space.
Alright, we're near the end of episode 26, folks. If you love this gameplay, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bionic Hansing, and hit that notification bell so you will be updated to my latest uploads of this amazing game with amazing adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, gameplay analysis, trailer reactions, and sometimes live streaming for all the games that I've been playing for trophy hunting, folks.
Need them soon enough.
Again, the last minute of episode 26. Just trying to collect the resources here, folks. A big thank you, everyone. Oh, what the heck? God bless you all and stay safe out there, folks.